I'm Lance with Pocatello Outdoor Recreation, and in this video we're going to talk about yurt systems in Pocatello and yurt rentals. Today we're at the East Mink Creek Nordic Center. The city of Pocatello owns a 30-foot Pacific yurt. This is the biggest yurt that Pacific makes, and Pacific is the biggest yurt company. So we have the monster yurt. This is the granddaddy of Pocatello yurts. This yurt is available for rental from November through March. And we're going to go inside and take a quick tour. Before we do that, let's talk about the other yurt systems in Pocatello. ISU runs a system of yurts that they rent to the general public and the students. You can go online and reserve those and check those out. Those range from roughly 1 mile off the road to a serious backcountry excursion off the road. So there's everything from beginner scout troop to advanced backcountry ski gear from their yurt system. Our yurt is approximately 150 yards from the parking lot. Anyone can make it to our yurt. It's super easy. During the day, it is used as our warming hut, and then at 5 p.m. it turns into our rental yurt. So let's head inside and check it out. It's October today, and it's kind of a perfect day to be up here and check it out. During the off season, our yurt is just left open and unlocked for people to escape bad weather in. So as you can see, it's pretty sizable. The main feature, of course, is a wood-burning stove to help keep it toasty during the year. We did go for 4 windows to let a little light in, and then the clear dome. You can see there's normally 3 picnic tables in here, and there's 5 cubby holes that a lot of people use those as their sleeping benches during the night. We stock it with wood. We have a little kitchen counter area, and during the winter those usually have 5 or 10 gallons of water on them. So it's not uncommon for a family or a scout group to come up and rent this yurt. People ask, how many people does it sleep? That question, the answer is, how many are you comfortable with? A dozen, pretty easy. 20 starts to get pretty full. More than that, and some of them probably ought to go sleep somewhere else for the night. 20 is probably a reasonable limit. The number one problem we actually have with people, we groom at night. So say you rent it for Friday night to Saturday morning, 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. I'll come up about midnight to start grooming, and I will see people out on the snow trying to cool down, because this wood stove is capable of cranking out some serious heat. If you fill that completely full of wood and open the dampers all the way, it won't smoke you out, it will heat you out of the yurt. It'll be 110 degrees in here, it'll be very unpleasant. So we ask people to just be reasonable. Put how much wood you need in it and close the dampers a little bit and let it just warm the yurt instead of bake the yurt. This is not an easy bake oven, it's a Pacific yurt. If you look up, you'll see that there are lights installed in the ceiling. Those, however, are powered by a generator that the public doesn't have access to. The public is allowed to bring their own generators and plug it into our power system, but we don't provide a generator for general usage. So if you plan on renting it, you probably need to bring lanterns, headlamps, something like that. We do provide the water, we do provide the wood, we don't provide any bedding or cooking stuff. So if you're wanting to use the yurt, those are the types of things you need. ISU is pretty similar in their system. Most of them have cots, but they don't have sleeping bags or anything like that. Most of them have a basic kitchen, like a snow melt pan and maybe a pot or two and a stove, and they'll tell you what type of fuel to bring. The other yurt I should mention is there's a privately owned yurt at the top of Buckskin that's a little more deluxe. They usually provide you with breakfast, more of a bed and breakfast type situation. So if you're searching Pocatello yurt, you might come across the privately owned one that's for rent too. So ISU, City of Pocatello, and 1 private yurt are your options in the Pocatello area.